All right, making up some power to get to the hill. So hopefully the wind isn't so bad, but it's a good test for the GoPro Hero 7. It's a good test for me because, you know, this is my first cycling of the season. And everybody's probably, there's that crazy Reg on that bicycle talking to himself again. Because he can't see the camera. But it also makes it twice as funny too. I was like, why is he always talking to himself? You always have to play. No, he's always making videos. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, you're up. One nice thing about this bike is it always shifted well. I always set it up good. And you know, like the other day where I got the Junker Road Bike Project wheels, somebody just threw out two otherwise perfectly good bikes. A little old, but perfectly good. I gotta gear down for this hill here. Well, I'm gonna get my speed up and then I'm gonna gear down. You gotta go down and go up. All right. Yeah, so what I was saying was, somebody had like two, come on now, shift. Oh, there you go. You can tell it's my first ride of the season, and normally I wouldn't have to shift till near the top. Oh, they're flying. I miss my motorcycle. Be a great day to be out. Oh, be a great day. You'll be eating a lot of bugs, I'll tell you that though. But anyway, yeah, so the Junker Road Bike story goes like this. I rummaged through the dump about a year and a half ago, whatever it was, maybe 2 years ago, and I was looking for old road bikes, like Tour de France type of bikes, right? Most people have mountain bikes or those hybrids, right? So it's hard to find those old bikes, and some of them, if you get them in prestige conditions, they can be worth a pretty penny. Although the craze has died off a bit, but if you get one that needs like no work, you turn around, you flip it, minimum probably $60 to $600. If it's like a big name like a Peugeot or something like that, or a prestige one that has like an older lineage to it, you might get $1,000 or $2,000 for it. You know, like antique type, not antique, but like classic stuff, right? And there's people that are always willing to pay for stuff like that. Waving at people. And yeah, so that would be very cool if you can get a couple of scores like that. You know, something in mint condition, barely used. And there are tons of bicycles that get thrown out every year, brand spanking new. And it's not kids' bikes. The kids' bikes are worn out. Why? Because they use them. You know? Where what happens is you get these older people, they want to get back into it. Older meaning like my age, like 40s or whatever, late 30s, early 40s. And they forget that these things require a fair amount of effort. You know what I mean? And if you don't do it enough, it can be very difficult to stay motivated doing these things, because if you don't know how to shift properly, hills are going to murder you. If you don't know how to brake properly, you're going to scare the crap out of yourself, right? So the thing is I did a lot of cycling when I was younger, in my 20s, obviously as a kid. I lived on these things, right? So like anything, you never forget how to do it, but you do get a little bit rusty. I'm looking for time. So anyway, the last road bike I had was some sort of Norco, and the Norco that I had started off at like a 20 some odd pound project bike with a chromoly frame. It was older, but it was you know, it was full size or whatever. And then what happened was I think my back tire's going low again. Anyway, hope not. Mind you, these are the original tubes in this. But anyway, what happened was I got rid of it. I don't know why. I just got rid of it. Then all of a sudden I got this. And this thing's fine. I mean, I wanted a mountain bike, and It was cheap. It was more of an economic decision to get me back and forth to work when I was living in the city, right? But these things, the problem with these things is they're slow. You know, they're comfortable, but they're very, very, very slow. And if you want to go of any distance, you almost virtually have to have a road bike to enjoy the day. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise you're fighting the wind all the time, you know? Where on the road bikes, they're a little more sleek, but they just have taller wheel travel, and that really helps you out a lot. So, some bikes. Well, at least he nodded. I get no respect. I ride too, guys. But anyway, the point is that I got an urge a couple of years ago after taking this thing out a few times. And you know, like, this is one of those bikes that's paid for itself. It's still straight. It's, you know, I never downhilled it too much, or really like that. I always wanted to keep this thing in good shape. I just wanted it lighter. You know, like aluminum rims, both front and back. But I haven't found, because this is a smaller, you'd say like a teenager bike. I bought it because it was cheap, but it could have been one size bigger, and I'd get better wheel travel. And I didn't want a hybrid. I wanted a mountain bike at the time, so I got this. And I got rid of my Peugeot that was old or whatever. No, I didn't get rid of that one. That one got stolen on me. That's what happened to that one. That's why I ended up with the Norco. That's right. I mean, I'm going back 25 years, guys. You got to cut me some slack here. But anyway, yeah, so I found that old junker road bike. And then this week past, somebody threw out like a girl's speed bike, road bike, older, of course, with the lower frame or whatever, all steel. I mean, it wasn't like a big brand name or anything like that, but it was all there, and it was straight, it was shiny, just probably 0 miles on it, little to no, you know, like, I mean, the tires, you could just tell by the tire wear that whoever had these bikes barely used them. So it's probably a couple of cottagers thinking that they're gonna, you know, go from here to Maniwaki on the bike trails and stuff like that, and then they realize, hey, wait a minute, that's really hard work. So the things are get ridden like maybe one summer. Hey,
how far do you usually go?
I just go to the Danford first run of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like it too. Yeah, I stay otherwise, eh?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, except for the flies though, eh?
Well, just keep moving and you won't have to worry about the flies.
Yeah. All right, lad. Talk to you later. Yeah, the cousin. So anyway, as I was saying, what am I doing for time here? Yeah. Oh, he's got the canoe. He's probably going to the Danford Lake too. I want to pedal anyway, so I'm gonna get my, there we go. Shifter's a little bit out there. But anyway, yeah, so I found the 2 wheels I needed, long story short. I had 2 bicycles, but I didn't have the room in the CRV for the 2 bicycles, and I don't have a roof rack. Otherwise, I would have had like 2 matching colors, his and her bikes, one with basically hybrid handlebars on it, and the other one with you know, like road bike handlebars on it. But the thing is there was the front wheel quick release was off, and the rear wheel quick release was off. So I grabbed them, chucked them in the CRV, and they just happened to be the right size for the junker road bike, which is a 27-inch wheel. Now I know everything now is like 600, 700, 800, whatever. Everything's in millimeters now, right? But the old bikes were all in inches. You know, that was normal. Well, over here in North America anyway. Everywhere else in the world uses the metric system pretty much. Here in Canada we now use the metric system, but that said, ew, squishy snake. That said, that's what's happening with the junker road bike. So I'm looking forward to taking that thing out. I'm very stoked. It might take me about a week to get it all, because I got most of next week off anyway, and I got a lot of stuff to do next week, and I'll just be one of the projects to do is to get the junker road bike out and running safely-ish. All right.